Hello everyone, today is still 25th of September, now it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon Moscow time. I'm Levan Gudadze and this is new episode of Headlines, short summary of the news that I will talk about in a bit more detail during the second update on my Patreon page. That's being said, let's go through some headlines and first of all, report from TASS news agency which said in its headline that Kyiv regime's forces lost more than 17,000 military personnel since the beginning of their invasion in the Kursk region. And of course, there is some additional information that I will share during the second update on losses of Kyiv regime in manpower and their military equipment. RIA Novosti is reporting with the headline that Russian armed forces liberated two settlements in DPR. This is Ostraya and Grigorievka. Of course, many members of our community already know about it because I report on the liberation of these settlements in previous updates, but Russian Defense Ministry, being quite conservative institution, only today confirmed liberation of these settlements. RIA Novosti's news also with the headline that according to Russian or pro-Russian underground or partisans on Kyiv-controlled territory, Russian armed forces conducted a long-range precise strike on Port Yuzhny in Odessa region, and I can add that according to pro-Russian underground, a vessel was targeted by Russian forces that was carrying missiles, among other equipment and munition, also missiles for F-16 fighter jets. RIA Novosti's headline that Kyiv regime's forces shelled the Zaporozhye nuclear power plant once again. Kyiv regime's drone dropped explosive not far away from a third nuclear reactor of the Zaporozhye nuclear power plant. Nuclear terrorism is, of course, can be said is a face of the Kyiv regime and their Western backers of this regime. RIA Novosti's report that Kyiv should start worrying about being abandoned by its Western allies. And dear friends, I wanted to highlight this news because RIA Novosti clearly paid attention to Alexander Mercury's host of a Duran show, of course, and he also has his personal channel, and the majority of our community are subscribed to Duran and Alexander Mercury's channels, I believe, also to channel of Alex Christoforou, also co-host on Duran. And well, let me translate this news. So I don't know if Alexander Mercury's watches my shows. I don't think so. But if he does, I guess he will find it interesting that Russian media clearly pays attention to his programs and his statements. So Vladimir Zelensky should be concerned about the decline in the level of assistance from the Western allies, said British expert Alexander Mercuris in his blog on YouTube. Zelensky has a reason to sound the alarm because he undoubtedly sees support waning in Europe. And of course, he should also worry about what will happen in the United States. According to their expert, Ukraine is losing on the battlefield. At the same time, the head of the Kyiv regime offers his own victory plan, which, as he knows, Western countries will not accept. Some, according to Mercuris, and well, I agree with everything that he's saying, obviously, and well, it is nice to see that Russian media pays attention to alternative media outlets from the from the world, and including to the channels of Alexander Kursk and Duran. RT is also reporting that Trump could snub Zelensky. So no meeting has... oh, dear friends, this is headlines. I forget about it. I went through news. But anyways, let's continue. No meeting has reportedly been scheduled between Ukrainian leader Vladimir Zelensky and the former US President Donald Trump. The Republican candidate's team has revealed. US House Speaker Mike Johnson has also said he's uncertain about meeting with Zelensky. And this is also a message, I guess, from Trump's camp, or from at least certain groups among Republicans, that they are not really happy with their Zelensky and his statements, his actions, his associates with the regime in general. And Trump is leading the charge, I guess. Also, RBK News Agency is reporting that, according to press spokesman of the Russian president, Dmitry Peskov, words of Zelensky about forcing Russia to peace is a fatal mistake. And of course, in the second update on my Patreon, I will explain what Peskov meant by saying so. RT's report that US Republicans accuse Zelensky of campaigning for Harris. Ukrainian leaders' stunt in Pennsylvania should be investigated, House members have told the Pentagon, and well, they are openly accusing Zelensky of campaigning on behalf of Democratic candidate or candidate from Democrats, Kamala Harris. One more indicator that relationships between at least a significant group of Republicans and the Kyiv regime is not really going smoothly. Vzгляд newspaper is reporting with the headlines that Chinese armored cars Pushi was spotted in zone of special military operation, and Russian militaries were operating with these vehicles. Interesting. That's how these vehicles look. I don't even know what to think about it. I'm not quite sure that some larger quantities of these vehicles were transferred to Russia or sold to Russia by Chinese manufacturers. Maybe some private businesses had purchased these cars and then transferred to Russian Armed Forces. That possibility, because we all remember recent trolling from leadership of Chechen Republic, Chechen Autonomous Republic in Russia, when they sent their two Tesla Cybertrucks to the battlefield. They modernized those cars, put some machine guns on it and stuff, and send it to the zone of special military operation. That was, of course, some top level trolling, undoubtedly, of their all of their Russophobes worldwide. I remind you, dear friends, that when head of Chechen Republic Ramzan Kadyrov first highlighted this Cybertruck, Elon Musk was accused in the West by some active Russophobes of cooperating with Russian armed forces, while Elon Musk has nothing to do with it. Isn't it? Anybody can purchase any vehicles anywhere they want, almost any vehicles, and then transfer, for example, to Russian militaries. Why not? If it's possible, then I guess many people will do so, and they are doing so. But it is interesting. It is interesting that in this particular case, news is about this Chinese armored cars Pushi that was spotted in zone of special military operation. Also interesting news, dear friends, that US aircraft carrier group in Arabian Sea is left without supply. So it is quite interesting news, and of course details in second update. I'm forgetting that this is headlines. So yes, supply ship experienced some malfunction, and therefore aircraft carrier group is kind of left alone there. I guess US Navy will, work things out, but news is on itself quite interesting. So Glad newspaper also reporting with the headline that entire leadership of German Green Party has resigned. Okay. No one will miss them, I guess, and the reasoning, we all understand that reasoning is quite poor performance of the Greens in local elections in Germany. At least that's how I see the big picture. Of course, our friends from Germany, from our community, can share their opinion on the situation. RIA Novosti is also reporting that German minister complained about economical downfall in the country, about economical issues. To be more precise, it's a German finance minister that said that country is 10 years straight losing its capability to be competitive on the world market, and I guess things escalate significantly in last couple of years after EU member states, including Germany, start behaving irrationally and basically initiating the industrialization of themselves with all the crazy sanctions on Russia and so on. RT's report with the headline that German farmers struggling against Ukrainian grain, and this information originally comes from Bild, German media outlet, also not really surprising. In Ukraine itself, dear friends, I reported a couple of days ago, it was maybe second update on Patreon. I reported that according to certain businesses in Ukraine that are working in this segment and creating flour, according to them, they have very limited volumes, reserves of the grain. And in certain cases, grain will last only for months. In certain cases, even less than that. And when I see that report, first thought that came to my mind was, seems like Zelensky's regime sold all the grain that they could, sold to make some money and then steal this money from citizens of the regime, and therefore I'm not at all surprised to see this news. I guess Zelensky's regime is just dumping a lot of grain in attempt to make as much money as they possibly can before they are overrun by citizens of Ukraine. They understand, Zelensky and his criminal associates, they understand that they have limited time left, so they will further increase levels of stealings, obviously. TASS news agencies report with the headline that according to Russian president, ruble is now making for 40% in foreign trade of the Russia, which is a quite significant number, isn't it? It is significant that all foreign trade, among all foreign trades that Russian businesses are doing, 40% done in Russian rubles, and the level of toxic currencies, as they are called in Russia, or currencies of the hostile states, are dropping significantly. So Russia is using less and less dollars, euros, pounds, and so on. More often rubles, and also Chinese yuan is playing a big role in trade. RT's report with the headline that Russia's net national debt to grow, according to finance minister. State borrowing is expected to reach 18% of GDP by 2027. Plenty of numbers here, and of course I will share this additional information in a second update that I will record in about hours time. I'll go out and record this walk and talk type of video for our Patreon and Boosty communities. And this is it, dear friends. This is it for the short summary of the news that I will talk about in second update. Hopefully you will find this short video interesting, somewhat informative. maybe entertaining. And if so, please click that like button, leave some commentary just about anything, any topic that might help to deal with the algorithm, at least in theory. And also, if you can, please share information about my channel with your friends in real life or on the internet. And yes, I guess this is it. If you like my work, if you like my channels and want to support, you can do it with small donations or by subscribing to my pages on Patreon or Boosty, where I have plenty of additional videos, extra content. And volume of that extra content will only increase as time goes by. All the links under this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. And today, dear friends, there was no single donation, so if you will decide to support my channel, that may make my day. So I don't know, let's see. This is it for now. And dear friend, before I go, let me also notice that this morning's first update was not a live stream. It was I used this feature that YouTube has, Premiere, and when you upload video, when you publish video as a Premiere, it looks like it is a live stream, but it was not. Unfortunately, I cannot make live streams due to slow access to YouTube, but I might use a little more often this feature. Because it does give opportunity to members of our community who will watch it during the first hour or during the premiere to exchange opinion in a real time. So I will monitor how effective this premiere feature is, and if it will work okay for project and for community, okay, I will continue to use it. If not, then I will go back to all the style when I was just publishing video as without any, this additional features. So yes, this is it for now. Have a great day, and if you can, please join our community on Patreon.